This is reporter Sydney Brown of SLNN at the dedication for the Monon South Trail. We have the opportunity to speak with our Mayor Green today. Mayor, thank you for taking time to speak with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
So my first question is, do you foresee the trails being available for events such as 5Ks and extracurricular programs?
Oh, absolutely. When the trail's constructed, it will be built certainly in segments, but our segment here in Salem will have a few miles at first, and then as it continues to be built out on either direction of Salem, you bet those events, those 5Ks, those memorial walks, anything that would be appropriate, yes, all that would be available.
So I know you've mentioned when you spoke today about keeping memories of our history alive and the companies that were here with the trail. So will there be educational signs and educational aspects along the trail?
At this point, the nonprofit that will own the base that will be the trail bed is doing a landscape architectural layout. And so, yes, there'll be resting nodes, there'll be informational signs, there'll be trailhead points. So all that'll be incorporated. So a lot of the signage could actually lead to the history of what the sites were that you're passing by, or maybe even the dates of the railroad. But yes, all those markers can be placed along the trail.
So what kind of business growth do you foresee being a result of this addition to our community?
Well, that's a very interesting question. You know, business growth, business development will come along in time, certainly very quickly, I think. Tourism is going to be a big aspect of that business model. So is it going to be a restaurant? Is it going to be a diner? Is it going to be an ice cream stand? You know, a lot of things that will be promoted along that. Could even be recreational businesses. You know, we may need some things for outdoor activities that complement the trail. So a lot of business opportunities will be provided.
What kinds of economic development do you foresee in the future of our community as we add the trails to our county tool belt, I guess you'd say?
Economic development ties right back into the business development. One of the things I mentioned in my speech this morning is changing the road structure, changing those crossings is a big deal. And I say that with economic development because the more we improve our streets, the more we improve our sidewalks, the walkability with the trail, the connectivity, all that comes into play with economic development. Certainly employers look at that. That's another check mark, if you will, when they're trying to add and increase their populace for their job creation or job retention. And so a lot of opportunity comes out of that for economic development.
Can you give us a brief overview of the process it has taken to create a plan for the Monon South?
A lot of process, a lot of months of planning. CSX has been in contact with a lot of the communities involved here today, many months, if not years. The abandonment process has been very lengthy, so a lot of discussion, a lot of meetings, a lot of notifications have been sent out. We've discussed it. We've even had a preliminary design. And now the final design is being handled now, so a lot of background has went into this.
Is there any other projects that you are hoping to be able to implement in Salem?
Oh gosh, a lot of projects. This announcement today is just a piece of that puzzle, certainly. I've said before, we've got a lot at Lake Celinda we're doing. We've got some additional park projects we're getting ready to announce. This is just, again, quality of place. This is a great Monon South Trail announcement today, but they'll all tie together, and I think everybody will really like.
Well, thank you, Mayor, for speaking us with today. This has been Sydney Brown at the Monon South Trail dedication ceremony. Right back to the studio.